Today I'm going to make a very delicious and quick meal that you and your family can enjoy. And it's not Southern style, it's just a quick 1, 2, 3 of sauteed delicious veggies, chicken, and nutritious stuff for the family. Chinese oriented. So let's get started. First, I cooked about 2 cups of jasmine rice. This is the foundation for our meal. I have prepped onions, fresh onions, peppers, broccoli, cabbage, celery, and garlic for this meal. Now, depending on your family size, it's up to how much you'll be putting into your recipe. I have about 4 chicken breasts sliced thinly, sauteed, that I'm gonna saute. I've seasoned them lightly with, salt, pepper, paprika to brown, garlic, complete, onion powder, things that you actually like, you can check out. You can add all of these to your chicken. Dust lightly with flour, lightly, very lightly. Get your pan hot, medium to medium high temperature, and you add your chicken in. Now this is going to cook really quickly and you don't want it to be dry, you want it to remain moist. So get your pan really hot. So once you put the chicken in, it browns and you can take it off. But this is going to be the basis for our sauce. This is going to create juices and drippings that we're going to use to saute our veggies and add all the special love when we add our special sauce. This is not hot enough. We got to get a sizzle when we hit the pan. It's getting there. You always want to sizzle when your meat hits the oil. This will not take long. That's why I said quick family recipe. You feed a big family, small family, in about 20-25 minutes. Spread the meat out in the pan. As you can see, it's sliced very thinly, like you get your Chinese food at the Chinese food restaurant. Get some thinly sliced meat, helps pick up the flavors really good of whatever you put in it. It is chicken breast, like I said, it'll dry out quickly, so you just want it to brown. And we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So we have our sauteed chicken. Remember, it dries out. We just browned the meat. And we didn't even cook it all the way through because we're gonna finish it off with the veggies. I have my hot pan with my chicken drippings. Added some olive oil. We're gonna start with our onions. That's what we wanna hear. Sizzling. We wanna saute onions and peppers. Gonna give our pan some good flavor. Now you don't want to saute until the veggies become mushy. This is a stir fry, so if you're like me, you still want to enjoy your crunch. Slight crunch. But your onions and peppers actually can be cooked the most. They're your background flavor. You have other veggies involved. I'm going to get into that. Our little family of veggies over here. So you let these go. You let these saute in your chicken dripping. What we're going to do next is we're going to add the celery, the broccoli, which takes a while to cook as well. We're going to add some cabbage that I've shredded very finely so it cooks quicker. And then after all of these items saute together in the pan, we add the garlic last but not least so it doesn't burn, but we get that good flavor that we're looking for, that garlic flavor. Our veggies are getting nice and soft. We can now add our celery. Celery has a crunch to it, so it's next in line. What can withstand the most heat?
definitely need a strap on.
Now while this sautés, I'm going to show you a sauce that I whipped up when you guys were away. So this is the sauce we're going to use. Everyone has their own teriyaki soy base. This is a ginger, soy, honey, garlic based sauce. And it's got a little bit of kick with it for the red pepper flakes that I put in there, from the red pepper flakes I put in there. So I added about 1/3 of a cup of canola oil. I added another 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce. I added a good amount of honey. You can do that to taste depending on how you like sweetness. Also the same with ginger. I used some ginger in there, both fresh and ground. I have some red pepper flake, onion powder, garlic powder, complete again, my favorite friend, and some black pepper. What I did was I put everything together. I whisked it all together. And this sauce is the base for your stir fry. So once all your vegetables and everything sauteed, we're gonna add this in, and it's gonna make that awesome sauce that drips off the meat and the veggies and into the rice. Guys, so we're finishing up this meal. I add a little bit of EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. While you were away, I sauteed the onions, peppers, and celery together. I took that off once I got them to the consistency, the texture I wanted them to be without becoming mushy. Because the cabbage and the broccoli takes a little longer to cook, and I don't want to become mushy, I take that off and saute these two items together because they're going to become that same crispiness that I'm looking for without mushing out our onions, peppers, and celery. So I've heated the pan for our grand finale. Get you some olive oil, coat the bottom, and we're gonna add our garlic. Lots of fresh minced garlic. I have about maybe 10 cloves in here that I've minced finely. This is a lot of garlic. It really gives you a lot of flavor for this dish. So garlic burns fast. We don't want this to burn too fast, but we're cooking it alone because we're gonna add everything to mix in on top of it last minute. Finish it off. You just want it to cook for a little. Now remember, our meat is not all the way done. So breast can cook relatively quickly. We just want to add everything in with our sauce to combine at this point. So we're browning, and there's some nice smells going on in here. If you're like me and you like things a little spicier, a lot more ginger, I would add a little bit more of your ginger paste to the base of this because I like the ginger and I do like the heat. So red pepper flake. Get it all together. It's hot in our pan. We're gonna add our meat, onions, peppers, and celery back into this equation. Now there are a lot of juice from the chicken that's gonna help bind all of this, which is gonna be really, really, really good. You can smell so many different things in the air right now. Garlic, ginger, celery. It's like smell-o-vision if you had it. So you turn up your heat a little higher because you want your meat to cook. And you're gonna add this fantabulous sauce so it all combines together. I like a lot of veggies. So my cabbage, I had sprouts earlier, but we're not gonna use sprouts. We're just gonna go for the cabbage and broccoli today. We add that back in. This is not gonna cook too long. We just want it to bind. This is your stir fry. Now this can be done with any vegetables of your choice. Everyone doesn't like cabbage, or they say, hey, cabbage makes you gassy, broccoli too gassy. I like cabbage. It's my favorite. It has a good crunch. I love broccoli. I actually love all vegetables, so I actually just put what was in here left over in my fridge because I have people to feed, and that's what I have always, leftovers. All right, here's our special sauce. So what we do is we turn up the heat because we want it all to bind. We want our chicken to finish off, which doesn't take too long. We give it a stir again. Remember, we have honey and everything resting at the bottom, so we want to make sure it's all incorporated. Now this sauce is how you make it. This is a taste sauce to your taste, to your family's taste. Maybe your kids don't like heat. Maybe your kids don't care for ginger. The honey, you would add more honey to coat those flavors, get rid of those flavors. So we're just gonna coat everything. It's like your own Benihana. This flavor goes a long way. Soy sauce, of course, is salty. You mix it all together. You can actually turn off your heat now. Your pan's still hot, so it's going to cook still. You don't want to overcook. You don't want to overdo the veggies. You want to make sure everything is coated. Keep turning and flipping, turning and flipping, turning and flipping, coating. Coating all your meat, coating all your veggies. At the end, if you want more veggies, well, if you want more of a ginger feel, you can add powdered ginger, more salt. I mean, it's basically to your tasting, to your liking. Actually, when I plate this, I like to add soy sauce on top of mine because I'm like wanting that Chinese food feel when I have my delivery. So this is done. It's healthy, it's quick, it's something you and your family can enjoy. There will be leftovers. Obviously, you see how big this pot is. I have a lot of people in my household. I have greedy people in my household. So they'll enjoy this probably today and tomorrow, and then it'll be gone. But yeah, if you want more tips on how to do this, you can follow my link below. All right, time to eat. So that jasmine rice we had from earlier that we set aside, you're gonna flake it up. You don't have to warm this. Your food's pretty hot, so it's bearable for everybody. Get you a good amount of rice down as your base. And then basically, you're just gonna, let me get a bigger spoon. You're gonna spoon in however big of a helping that you like. Right on the top. People pick and choose what they like most. I like peppers myself. Everybody's ready to eat? Yep, you too. There we have it. Stir fry. That's it. 25 minutes, feed a big family, have a bunch of leftovers. Everybody's happy.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.